guys, welcome back to our channel. I'm Megan.
And I'm Sierra, and we have a second Costa Rica video for you guys. We're going to be vlogging and documenting how much we're able to read on this vacation. You guys really enjoyed our last how much we're able to read during a work week video, and it's fun to like vlog while we're reading. And so we figured while we're on vacation we have plenty of time to read. We want to see how much to read.
Yeah. So we did not vlog very much on our way here, but we did get a couple clips. So we're gonna kind of backtrack to the beginning of our travel day because this is our first day here. We just got to our Airbnb, but bright and early this morning we had, I actually finished reading a book at the airport this morning. So I read like the last 60 pages of Two Twisted Crowns, finished that book before we even took off. And then I started Home is Where the Bodies Are by Geneva Rose. That's our in-person book club book that we're reading this month. And I am 120 pages into that right now. I've been reading that a little bit, and then also like I've been very tired, to be honest, this whole travel day.
Yeah, because we got up at like 3 a.m. this morning, went to the airport. We had a 5-hour flight, and then after the flight we had like a 3-hour car ride to get to this Airbnb. So it's been a long travel day. I actually started and then finished Home is Where the Bodies Are, so that's what I have done during this travel day. So I got one book under my belt.
We're gonna have a mix of, we're gonna do other stuff besides read this vacation, but we also have some beach days. There's a couple days where we still have like some longer like shuttle rides, so that allows for some longer chunks of reading if we so please. But we're excited to take you guys along with us in the video to see how much we can read.
And if you want to see our other travel stuff that we do besides reading on this trip, you should check out the video before this one because the vlog is going up first. So we've both showered as we're kind of settling down for the night. I'm going to do some reading on if you're planning
Me
to
too.
finish
I
the
just
book.
feel like I should be closer to finishing this book than I am. I still apparently have like 2 hours left, but
What page are you on?
I'm getting close to like 150, I think. I just am like, I think I should be further in this book than I am.
I am going to be starting The Will of the Many. I actually don't even know too much about this, but I just heard good things. So I'm hoping that it pulls me in.
What
It's
genre
just,
is it?
you know, it's funny. It's like I have heard people like compare this to Red Rising, which Megan knows I have mixed feelings about that series. But it's supposed to have like a similar, I don't know if it's fantasy or what, but like a similar system where it's like Roman, like society type stuff, or like, I don't know if it's fantasy or what, honestly, or if it's like dystopian. I don't really know.
Is it long?
630 pages.
Oh God.
So
That's the rest of your trip there.
You think so?
I don't know.
It could be. We'll see if
Unless
I
you
like
decide to
pull
do
into
that.
this. I also have this summer will be different, which I could either like go back and forth between the two, or maybe I'm like, maybe we pick that one up as like
Physical
a
copy.
light, easy read. So I don't know. Just it's intrigued me for whatever reason, and so I got it for the trip, and we're gonna start it and see how we like it. So it's like close to 9 o'clock. We're probably just gonna like settle down and
Read until we fall asleep. Alright, after a full day of adventuring, we're out of Hot Springs right now, and so my plan is to try and finish this book while we're here. I have like 70 pages to go, so that's what I'm gonna do. I'm trying to get situated and actually do some reading before bed, so I just haven't been getting as much reading done as I was anticipating on our travel days, so that's where I feel like I've been slacking. I'm currently in the middle of reading Don't Believe It by Charlie Donnelly. I've read a couple of his books. They're usually pretty good. I'm on page 64 right now. I started it on the drive here. And like I said, I just didn't read as much as I was anticipating reading today. I feel like I haven't had as much downtime, although these next couple days, when we're spending more time on the beach, maybe that'll change. One good thing I will say is that when I was reading this book earlier, it was telling me I had like 6.5 hours left of this book, and now I don't know if I've been reading faster, but now it says 4.5 hours left in the book. So, and I didn't do 2 hours worth of reading. Clearly, I'm only on page 64. So my hope is that I can make some good progress on this book tonight, and I will try to check in a little bit before I go to sleep to see how much ground I cover. We have made it to the beach. It's like 9:30. I am in the shade, toasted up, ready to do some reading. I'm still reading The Will of the Many, but I also brought This Summer Will Be Different in case I want to like switch vibes. This is a very long book and it seems like complex, like Red Rising level complex. So if I need a little brain break, I have that as an option. Alright, getting ready to lock in for a reading session. It is 9:30, so I'm still reading Don't Believe It by Charlie Donnelly. I got to page 107, I think, last night. I was on the last chapter. I was trying to finish, you guys. Like, I was falling asleep. It was like impossible for me to try and finish, but I did. I'm on 107. I'm 29% of the way through the book, and my Kindle says there's 3 hours and 50 minutes left in the book. So we'll see. But I'm gonna lock in. I'll talk to you guys in a little bit. I've been reading for about an hour, so I thought I'd do a little bit of a check-in. I'm on page 172, so I read like 65 pages, which is about on par for a book I usually read. Anyways, it's toasty and I'm warm, so I'm gonna try and take a break from reading and maybe go take a swim. Just gonna do another reading check-in because we are getting ready to go horseback riding. So my reading for this morning / afternoon has come to an end. I'm on 121. I think I started today at 50. My Kindle says I'm like 20% of the way through the book. I'm on page 233. I'm really starting to get invested in the book. I'm 61% of the way through, and my Kindle says I have about 2 hours left. So not too shabby for today so far. I'll update you guys later. I'm really hoping that I can get my second wind here because I'm getting ready to go read before bed. And I was just reading out by the projector when I was falling asleep. And I was kind of hoping I'd be able to finish my book tonight because it's only like, it's not even 10 o'clock yet. So I am currently on page 262 out of 380. My Kindle says I have an hour and 48 minutes left in the book. So I feel like it's going to be kind of a tall order to finish it tonight, but we'll see. Last night I failed you guys. I said I was going to try and finish my book, and I could barely keep my eyes open. So I'm seeing if I can finish the book this morning. This trip has been full of less reading than I was anticipating, but nonetheless, that's okay. I am on chapter 42 in my book. I'm on page 270, and my Kindle says that I have an hour and 40 minutes left of reading, so I'm gonna try and see if I can finish it today. Guys, I did it. I finished my second book of the trip. I'm giving it 4 stars. I can't remember if this is my 3rd Charlie Donnelly book that I've read, but I would say it was a good one. I feel like I'm just going based off of like the 5, but if I've read 3 of his books, I feel like this one might be my 2nd favorite of his. 20 years later is still probably my favorite that I've read of his, but this was good. Now I have to decide.
You read Empty Eyes, right?
Yeah, but I literally don't remember what that's about, really. Yeah. So now I have to figure out, for my next read, I have 2 main options I'm juggling. First one is the physical book that I brought with me, which I haven't touched. And that one's like, it's a Rebecca Yarros book. It has like a letter coming out of a mailbox, but I can't remember what it's called.
Things we left unfinished?
That's what it's something like that. It's not that exactly. Other option, Enchantra is now available on my Kindle because it came out on Tuesday. So,
or third option, you could start the book club book.
I did the,
So you'll remember.
well, yeah, but I have to buy that and get it on my Kindle. I'm undecided if I want to buy the physical one of that, even though it's hardcover, versus just get it on my Kindle. So I don't think I'm going to start that one yet. I've made a decision for the next book that I'm going to read, and we'll see if I can finish it before we get back home. But I'm reading Enchantra. It is the 2nd book in the Wicked Games series. And I flew through the 1st book in literally 24 hours, and I gave that book 5 stars. So I have been looking forward to reading this one. And it's actually not as long as I thought it was going to be. It's like 448 pages. So we will see. The other book was like 430 pages, but I just want to read this one. So.
I have been reading for a while, and I finally made it to part 2 of my book. I'm 35% of the way through, and I still have, according to my Kindle, 10.5 hours left. I'll be lucky if I finish this book on this trip. There's definitely no way that I'm starting another one, but it's possible between today and our travel day tomorrow I could finish it. But it's a long book. It's like, I think 20-something hours, so yeah, I'm taking a little bit of a break right now.
Okay, I'm gonna do a book update since I've just started my first little bit of Enchantra. I am on page 39, and I'm gonna take a break here. I got to chapter 4.
It would take me an hour to read 30 pages of the book that I'm reading.
So, take a break from reading this, and I'll probably try to do some more reading before I go to bed tonight. I don't know if I'll be able to do more before then, because we'll be packing. But we'll see. So it's actually a few days after getting back from Costa Rica. We had to like just get back to our lives, and now we're ending this video here. We didn't get home until 1 a.m. Friday morning, and then we worked Friday. Yeah. So we just didn't get a chance to do a wrap up. And I thought I was gonna finish my book on the plane ride back, but I just was too tired and I did not finish the book. But we do have, because we didn't do as good of a job this time. At least, like, we didn't really go into this being like, let's record how long we're reading for, and then how many pages, like we did in our last video.
I just have total counts.
So
I read 2 books. I read Home is Where the Bodies Are by Geneva Rose. I did that the whole, like, first travel day getting there. I finished the whole thing. That one's 256 pages. And then I read The Will of the Many by James Islington. And that took me quite literally like the rest of the trip, every day that I read on the trip, and then traveling back, like I finished on the plane ride back to Minneapolis. That one was 639 pages for a total of 895 pages read on vacation.
Okay, my estimate for how much I read during this trip, I finished reading 2 Twisted Crowns at the airport before we left. I just had like a little bit left in that book, and then I read 2 full books when we were there. I read Home is Where the Bodies Are, and then Don't Believe It by Charlie Donnelly, and then I read like a little over 50% to 3/4 of Enchantra for a total of 1,014 pages. So I honestly was like, I read more than I thought I did. And then I've since finished that book, so.
So that is how much we were able to read on vacation. I feel like this was we didn't read until like the second half of the trip really, because that was more of like the beach relaxation stuff. Like when we were in La Fortuna, I didn't do hardly any reading.
Yes.
Just busy. Yeah. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. If you want to see more book videos, whether it's more like how many pages you're able to read or other book type vlogs you want to see, let us know.
If you yourself are an avid reader and you feel like you are kind of liking the same books that Sierra and I usually mentioned, we have a virtual book club for our podcast. So I think we've linked it in our description now, possibly. And or if not, you can go check our podcast Instagram links or our podcast descriptions. You can either join on Patreon or you can become a Spotify premium subscriber person. And it's $2.99 a month if you would like to join that.
And you get bonus episodes once a month to discuss the books that we read, and then we also discuss the book on the Fable app, so we can like talk through it during the month when everyone's reading it. So a little shout out to that, and otherwise that's all we got for you guys. Hopefully you enjoyed. Give us any all video ideas you want to see in the future, and we'll see you guys in the next video. Bye!